Okay. So, before getting into the topic, you all have an activity. So I hope everybody is carrying your notepad and a pen, right? So just write down one area of your life where you struggle most. So I give you 1 minute. One area of your life where you struggle most. So it could be either you can take any situation of your life, your personal friend, your professional friend, or maybe any circumstances that which you come across, or right from your childhood you have from, or anything, any problem. You just write one area of your life where you struggle most. Just write it in a shortcut. You need not to present to anyone. All right. So we will come back to this circumstance or the instance. So at the end of this chapter. So now what we are going to talk about. So the reason why I asked you to write one particular instant of your life, because whatever we are here today, so it is what the decision what we have taken in our life. So the decision is made out of the choices. So what we have from that particular circumstance, isn't it? So our choices shape our lives. Exactly. So because today we are here in this opportunity, maybe today we are sitting in a simple example. So why are we sitting attending the book call? You can type your answers in the chat box. Because we have chosen to attend the book call today, so that's why we are sitting and listening to the call. If we have decided not to attend the call, not to switch on the video, definitely we will do that. So it's all, life is all about the choices what we make. So every choice what we make has a ripple effect. So the power of small choices. So let's say, for example, many a times we always think like, I need to do this, I need to do that, big. Okay, so big decisions, big choices we take, but that is not required at all. So one small step with a consistent effort every day will yield a very good results and a big results. So because say, for example, so in our diet plans, we always, the client has to shed out some 30 or 40 kgs of weight. So before coming to our lessons platform, they always tried so many crash diets, other platforms. So some people, they have their own choices of doing the diet and their own decisions. So by initially it will work good, and later again they come back and saying, "Ki I did consistently for 20 days, 1 month, I lost this much, I stopped, and I don't know how to maintain. I again put on the weight." So all these common scenarios we come across, listen from our clients. So that big decisions, big changes. So doing exercise every day, or cutting down all the carbs every day. So cutting down the calories, that will end up to make them again to eat, which will trigger insulin. Again, they put on weight. So because they don't know what exactly they have to do. So in our community, what we are doing, so we are just teaching them some small steps which will make them to reverse the health issues in the next 4 months or 5 months period of time. So similarly, every choice, whatever we take, so it will lead to either success or failure. So I don't call it as a good or bad. So maybe the choices which are useful in our life, and the choices which are not useful in our life. So which will accumulate over a period of time, and which will yield a big result. So the result could be either a positive result or a negative result, which is called failure. So that's why he always says Murthy, so failure is not a result, failure is always a feedback, there is a saying, right? So unconscious decisions shape our daily routine. Say, for example, it's not important that what decision you have taken in your life, and after taking the decision, whether it is a right decision or wrong decision, how you are implementing the decision, which is very, very important. That means that everyday action. Say, for example, you have, am I audible? I'm getting my internet is unstable. Okay. Say, for example, so today we have taken a decision to become a wellness coach. So after taking the decision, so for me to share a personal example, for me, after taking the decision, it took for me 1 year to realize what exactly to identify the purpose of becoming a wellness coach. So that is the reason. So the daily HPH, or sometimes even if we are in regular contact with our coach, or talking and tracking with our clients, even if we are able to add more number of people and helping them to reversal of the health issues, still the clear-cut clarity of our goal and the dreams and the vision, which is very, very important. So that's why it is not taking the decision just is not important. It is how we are executing the daily steps, how we are executing the process, whether are we aligned with the purpose of the community, whether are we aligned to the basic process, are we implementing every day, so which are very, very important. So that's how, whether if we are doing all the useful things which will get accumulate and yield big results, so and takes to the destiny called success. So next, we here in this chapter, the author is talking about giving an example of the elephants don't bite. So here, elephants and the mosquitoes. Let's take an example. So elephant means what we get the image. It's a big picture, right? And mosquitoes means the small picture, small images, tiny things. So that means there are problems in our life, whether the problem is big or small, what exactly, so that we have to understand. So sometimes there are some unexpected, unanticipated situations which come across in our life, which will yield big things. So same way, like, so here what the author is trying to explain is all about. So big problems or big events, whatever we are facing in our life is okay, but it is where we are actually getting into the trouble is the small and the tiny steps. So what we are taking on a daily basis unconsciously. Say for example, if one mosquito bite, so today, so will it make me to fall sick? No. But what happens if group of mosquitoes bite me every day? It will definitely make us sick, isn't it? Same way, so the small steps today, say for example, today I skipped my meal. So one at a time, if I skip my meal, it's okay. But immediately the next day, it is very, very important. The next meal, am I taking the right food as per my body? So that is important. That's why there is an example like Murthy also last time in one of the calls, he said like you whenever we go for a gatherings, get together meetings and functions outside, definitely people who are on the diet, they have to break the diet because of the choices or the choices which are available there, unavailability of the choices. So it's okay to break the diet, but immediately the next day you come back and stick to your proper food which we are supposed to take. So this is what always food is. But what happens once we break the diet, the human tendency is like, okay, elago break chesan kada, so let me eat this also, so that from tomorrow onwards I can do it full fledged. Anyway, today I broke the diet, let me have it more and more quantity. So even last time in Ramoji Film City also, so Arun was sharing, Arun, Shiva, so these people in our team, they were sharing like they had some rasgulla. So it is important that, okay, taking one rasgulla is okay, but if we limit to that one rasgulla, so there is no problem. But okay, rasgulla is tasty, so which is very nice. Let me have 3, let me have 4. That is where actually we are getting into the problem. So that's why, so small steps what we are taking today. So every day, maybe in case if we don't have writing the daily discipline every day, so just instead of writing 3-4 vision and 3-4 mission steps, start writing with one vision statement and one mission statement. Or maybe say for example, last time I started going to workouts, so spending 45 minutes in the gym, and all of a sudden because of the schedule I missed it. So again, immediately what I started practicing after attending the book calls, I want to focus on the consistency part. So I may not spend 15 minutes in the gym, but at least I can spend 10 to 15 minutes on a treadmill, so which will make me to keep intact, so that I don't miss my workout routine, so that I don't miss that habit. So which is very important. And next thing is a Thanksgiving. So always we have a practice called writing gratitude. So because every day we our coaches always say, so identify three people in the day. So whom from whom you got benefited. So how they have helped you, what they have helped you. So basing on that, we may not thank them daily, immediately in person or face to face, or we may not message them, but still writing this, practicing this gratitude journal on everyday basis. So which helps us to start noticing good things among the people, to start appreciating the people, and what is the benefit, what is the area that we got favor from them. So all these things help us in a different manner. So here, Order also take one practice. What he started is, so instead of complaining and because wife and husband means generally there will be some small disputes or quarrel between each other, and you did this, you did that. All this complaining will start. So what the other started is he did this writing about his wife. He practiced thanking her in every aspect and started recognizing and what are the good things that she is doing every day. Say, for example, she is taking care of the dogs. So she is very kind enough when some guests unexpectedly come to the home. So she takes care of the gardening part. So, and the way once she put on a sari where the other loves her, the color of the sari, the hairstyle which she carries, each and every tiny minute things he started noticing in a book. So this he practiced for a year, and imagine, so every moment, every day he started writing. So maybe 1 2 points of appreciation or recognizing her good things. Imagine in a month how many points, and in a 6 months, and in a span of 1 year. So what he did, so he just after writing it for 1 year, he gifted that book to his wife. So after looking at the book, reading every compliment, every recognition, every appreciation, and how her husband is thanking her. So her tears just got rolled out, and she felt very happy about it. And she also said that నాకు కొన్ని $1 million మీరు ఇచ్చిన దానికన్నా, so this book is ఈ appreciation book and compliments are very very precious to me. And she started replying. So that's how ఇలా రాసిన తర్వాత after 1 year, అంటే even though they have a successful marital life, but still after started practicing this thing, his love and affection towards his wife have doubled and tripled. So gratitude is such a powerful key area where we all need to focus and start writing every day and start noticing even small things. Say, for example, even in our platinum calls also, last time what happened in one of our calls, Anita started saying, so I was very down that day, and I was not sharing anything, and so I was silent in the call, and Anita said that, okay, one day, so our team, Lalita, added this many clients. She helped in one day, 11 clients. So Rama, like this. So even when we get appreciation from our coaches also, definitely we feel rejuvenated and our energy boosts up. And it will definitely make us to be good results and the big results what we are anticipating and looking forward. So next, so taking personal responsibility, which is very, very important. So we all know that taking personal responsibility is very important because many a times, so even I used to have this habit. I broke this diet because nobody is there to help for me. So I did not finish this work because I'm alone. So like that. So start taking personal responsibility. When I started taking personal responsibility in my life, I started seeing good results. Okay, so this is my how I practiced this thing is even some small things also, like tomorrow what vegetables I have to cook, and writing the recipe itself. Okay, so this recipe I have to cook today, and this recipe I have to cook for kids. And my children also used to complain every day, like, you're not spending time with us. When are you completing for? When are you finishing your diamond so that you give your complete time to us? So if this is the chance actually I gave them. So the moment I started writing my journaling, like this is my kids' time, where no matter what, whether I finished my consultation or not, whether I finished my diet, cooking or not food. So irrespective of all those things, I started giving time to the family, giving time to kids. So I'm not getting these questions from them, and they are also very happy in spite of having a tight schedule, in spite of having my mom, she's handling everything. Still, she is able to do everything for us. So these are the changes that I'm able to see when I start taking responsibility. So same way, like tracking the clients also, it's our responsibility. It is not just billing what is your weight and did you drink enough water. So it's about building rapport and the relationship, so owning them to as our family, so which will help us to give lots of references. So here I can share also one point in addition to this. So I have one client from Kolkata. So she speaks only Bengali, but I started speaking Kannada in English, and she is also comfortable with that. So she was into diabetic reversal, and after 2 months of her diet, I just took her. I did not ensure because her HbA1c was very very high, and after 1 month of the diet, and she has her HbA1c got reversed to 9, 12 to 9 it reduced, and she was very happy. And based on the everyday conversation, I was little skeptical when I was taking her into the diet, but still I did not give up anything. I did all what I am supposed to do for a client as a responsibility. So then she herself, without me asking, so she herself posted her testimony in the Facebook. She is a chef in Kolkata, and from through one post, I got 15 references and 8 conversions in the last month. So these are the positive changes which I started seeing, even though when there is a gap or a break in whatever we are doing. So taking responsibility, which is very, very important. And so many a times people talk about the luck. Okay, so they got this because out of luck. So they are so lucky people. So luck, Annapadu, there is a formula. So nothing happens over a night or nothing happens all of a sudden in our life. So there is a formula for luck. What is that? Preparation plus attitude plus opportunity plus action is equal to luck. Say, for example, personal testimony. So Murthy always says, or Dayanand sir always says, like our transformation is very, very important, because the moment when we share our transformation, then only people visibly see the results, and they build trust, they rely on us. That's how they approach the community, and they start taking the action, and they start believing the process and able to reverse their health issues. And here, what is sort of attitude that I'm carrying here? So whether am I just adding the clients, or whether am I really impacting the people's life through my personal transformation? Is it, am I doing for my own personal benefit, or am I doing for the benefit of the people? So these this is what sort of attitude that we are carrying when we are dealing with the clients and helping them and impacting them. And based on these things, yes, here is a wonderful platform and the opportunity which is open for all, which is equal for all. So, because many a times, like our coaches who are in the Founders Platinum, the leaders, they always say when Mukti. So, 2 years back, నేను కూడా మీలాగానే ఉండేవాళ్ళని అని చెప్పేసి కామన్ కాల్ లో చెప్తూ ఉంటారు. సో ఎస్ దట్ ఈస్ ట్రూ, బికాస్ ఈ రోజు మనం ఇట్లా ఉన్నాము అంటే, సో ఇఫ్ వీ ఆర్ డిసైడెడ్ వాట్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ 2 years what am I going to see అన్నప్పుడు, if we really work hard and take such small steps, definitely leaders laga definitely we also can grow అనేది. Here is an equal opportunity to everyone, but what is just a delay ఇది అంటే the action. So action part ఒక్కటే which is missing in each and every one of us. So if we just take that one step and small steps, and then when I shared about my takeaway, even Shagufta was also sharing. So big things అనేది చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. Small things consistent. Maybe I'm able to do 20 new calls every day, but at least if I'm able to do 3 calls or 5 calls today, maybe I can go to 6th call, 7th call. That will help me to keep intact and in progress. So which will make us successful. That is what the luck is all about. So itla మనం చేసేటువంటి టాస్క్. So what is the scorecard? What is the daily checklist that we have? So here, when I was reading this today morning, same time, one of my client called her, and I started asking Enduku. Always she's restarted the diet for 5 times last 6 months, she, and she reduced 104 to 101. After that, again she will put on. So I started again tracking from the beginning, Idi chesara, Adi chesara, water, everything. Then immediately one thought came in my mind. I prepared a checklist and shared to her, and I shared even with my coaches also. So that has really helped me to save the time and to make her understand, okay, so this step 5 which I'm missing, this step 16 which I'm missing. So that's how she got realized last 6 months. Even though we tell verbally, some people may not be able to perceive the things. So maybe by seeing the visible things. So this checklist has really helped me this morning for the client. So I thought of to implement into all the other clients. Same way in our personal life also, whatever the dreams that we have, whatever the goal that we have, if we prepare and every day track the checklist, so definitely that like when we prepare the schedule, what is the schedule I have prepared yesterday, but what is the reality to what percentage that I have met today. So which will really help us to understand. But only missing part is that we are not actually implementing 100%. So that is one is the key area of improvement for me as well. And so next, money trap. So here, what the author is going to talk about. So many a times we unknowingly spend a lot of money in different areas. So maybe to the entertainment part, to the movies, or going out and having food in restaurants. So I just give an example, like small spendings. It's not, if you buy a house that's for 50 lakhs, it's a big amount. I think manaki visible ga kandistund. But small spendings, phone pay, GPay, ఇప్పుడు ఆన్లైన్ లో వచ్చేస్తున్నాయి కదా, maybe it should be 100 rupees or 50 rupees or 10 rupees a day. Over a period of time, it will be a big amount, right? మనకు తెలియకుండానే చాలా అమౌంట్ అన్నెసరీగా we are spending. So that is what the author is trying to say, to keep a track of daily expenses. That we are blessed with our community. Already we are doing from the level 0, the first activity, time budgeting and the money budgeting part. If you see that every day, even our coaches tell us, if you spend 1 rupee also, you maintain a track. Even we also implement with our clients. No? So when somebody says, I don't have money to start the diet, to buy the supplements. So we ask our client, okay, just go to PhonePe or GPay, how many times that you swiped your card in the Zomato or Swiggy, or how many times that you spend for gifts or movies and for a popcorn in a movie theater. So if it may be a 200 or 300 rupees, but in a month, definitely it will be a bigger amount. If we cut down all that small amounts, so and start saving in that. So I did a small practice in the last 1 month. Say, so whenever I feel like to buy anything which is unnecessary, I just take a time for 3 to 4 days, whether I can, is it really required to buy this or not? If I don't feel like to buy that, immediately I started putting that amount in a separate box. So in a month, I can see a big amount. So this practice will really help to me. Okay, so this is where what our coaches already taught us during the initial days. And the next, so keeping it easy. So as we already discussed, success means it is not a big decision or a biggest sacrifice or a biggest step that we need to jump all at a time. It is just a small step. Whatever we are taking today will yield us the big results. So that's why 10 minutes of walk every day. So maybe instead of once we restart the diet, restarting the diet is very, very tough because మనకు ఒకటి వచ్చేస్తుంది కదా, I know everything. So everything is in my hand. I know the science. Definitely నేను ఇలా స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే అట్లా తగ్గిపోతాను. I also felt many at times. So what I did, instead of starting the food full-fledged and fresh, first I start cutting down the refined carbs. Next, I'll come back to 3 meals to 2 meals. Then in the 2 meals, I make some small adjustments and add more of protein. Then on the 4th day, 5th day, similar like a practice meal, what we offer to our clients. So if the same thing, if we also apply in our life, definitely success is destined. Predestined. And next, so whatever the efforts and whatever the work that we are doing today, the results may not be visible, but it doesn't mean that అది ఎవరు నోటీస్ చేయట్లేదు కదా, సో the results కనబడట్లేదు కదా అని need not to get demotivated or need not to get untracked. So only thing is that even though we are not getting recognized, even though we are not getting results at this point of time, definitely one day we will get that recognition at the right moment in our life. So our belief, if we start and move forward, then only we see the results. Because always remember, the compound effect is always working in the background. Because it is not that whether you are doing 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 1 hour, which is today, it's the consistency what you are putting today, the input of called consistency, what you are giving today, which will give the big output in the long run. Say, for example, athletics. I take an example of my daughter. So I'm very passionate about sports, and I want my children to see in the Olympics. The moment I got this thought, my daughter, I didn't share it with my daughter, and they started seeing when is the next Olympics in 2028. Then okay, in 2028, Amma, I'm going to Olympic. I'll be this thing, and by 2028 also you also finish your diamond. So let's work together so that we will be reaching at our destination in 2028. This was the conversation happened with me and my kids during the last day. So because every small step, every thing what we are doing today, so which is very important to take us to the desired results. And here, in this topic, so what the author shared two scenarios. So mentoring a CEO and teaching his assistant. So in both the scenarios, when he was mentoring a CEO of a company which was doing very good, still the organization culture, I just take another 5 minutes more. So the organization culture which he observed, they lack in employee engagement and the enthusiasm among the people. So what he said, he just mentored the CEO saying that you need not to do biggest thing. In a week, even though you are very busy, in a week, just take a turnaround among the employees and start appreciating 3 people 3 times a week. So it will take even less than an hour. So the CEO started practicing this, and in a period of 1 year, the employees started so rejuvenated and boosted up their energy. They started noticing, "Arey, hamara CEO, he started appreciating us. Let me do more." And that too, it's a sales company. So after doing this for a period of time, and everybody started contributing. Arey, today my colleague got an appreciation, so let me also get an appreciation tomorrow. So this is what everybody thought, and everybody worked towards the same to get recognized by the CEO. Like that, by the end of the year, every employee got awarded somehow or the other and got recognized and appreciated for the efforts, whatever they have been putting for a period of time. So this has yielded a very good results in terms of skill development of the employees. Their productivity has increased, their annual sales have been increased, and the customer performance, the customer feedback has increased. So overall, there is a huge growth in the company. So, and the second thing is he started teaching his assistant, even though she earns a very good amount annually at a time, but still she is poor. She is not wealthy. End of the day, she comes and saying, "I don't have any money. I need more money." So other said, instead of me teaching you how to earn more money, let me teach you how to become healthy. So he started giving her inputs. Okay, so you are ordering coffee in Starbucks. Today, go and buy coffee beans in the Starbucks so that you make your own coffee. Weekly, every day you are ordering in the restaurant. So 3 days you cook a simple food at your home and carry, and 3 days you order in the restaurant. So like that, you are subscribing this magazine. So shift to this magazine, which is at a reasonable price. So these small changes made her to save $33 rupees every day. So that in a year, so she started saving that in a mutual funds and some other investment, so that over a period of time, so has become wealthy, and she has ended up saying that always she used to complain, no, I'm poor, I don't have money. So ఆ మాటనే కంప్లీట్ గా తను ఇగ్నోర్ చేసేసింది, మర్చిపోయింది అనమాట. సో నెక్స్ట్ సక్సెస్ ఇస్ అ హాఫ్ మ్యారథాన్, యాజ్ వి ఆల్ say, అంటే we can talk about the summary of this chapter. So it is అంటే ఇక్కడ there is a lady, so she works as a salesperson in a company. Tanu, she actually planned for a get together to meet the friends. సో వాళ్ళ ఫ్రెండ్ ఎందుకు మ్యారథాన్ లో పార్టిసిపేట్ చేయాలి అప్కమింగ్ వీక్ లో, షీ డిసైడెడ్ బికాస్ షీ వాంట్స్ టు లూజ్ వెయిట్ సో దట్ షీ లుక్స్ ఫిట్ అండ్ యాక్టివ్ వెన్ షీ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు మీట్ హర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్. బట్ దిస్ లేడీ సేస్ దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ మై cup of tea because I no way cannot do all these things. So other thought ki, okay, first I need to change her belief. First she needs to get that motivation to at least initiate that. చేస్తుంది చేయదు అనేది సెకండరీ థింగ్, హాఫ్ మ్యారథాన్, బట్ అట్లీస్ట్ షీ హ్యాస్ టు ఫైండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ హర్ మోటివేటింగ్ ఫ్యాక్టర్. సో ద మూమెంట్ వెన్ హీ స్టార్టెడ్ గివింగ్ ఐడియాస్ లైక్ ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ గోయింగ్, అంటే అన్ని కొన్ని ఒకేసారి జిమ్ కి వెళ్లే కదా, సో జస్ట్ ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఒక మైల్ దూరం మార్కెట్ ఎవ్రీ డే స్టార్ట్ వాకింగ్ ఫర్ 10 minutes. సో 10 minutes వాక్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఆఫ్టర్ 10 days ఆథర్ టాట్ హర్ టు జాగ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ఎక్స్టెంట్ షీ కుడ్. Then he started teaching her how to run. So like that in the next 3 months lo, without her notice, and then realize in the Indian day half marathon already she completed, and by the time of get together she was really looking fit, and she was very happy for that. So success is all about half marathon. So summary, so let's come back to the summary. So whatever the choices that we are taking, and initially I have given you an activity, right? What is the one person or circumstance, the area of your life where you struggle? So ఇప్పుడు రాసుంటారు కదా, దానికి ఆపోజిట్ లో write all the aspects of the situation you are grateful for. Okay, so the incident or the situation what you have written in the beginning, one area of your life where you are struggling most. So write what are the aspects of that situation which you are grateful for. అంటే మనకి 100% డిజాస్టరే ఉండదు కదా, అందులో కూడా సమ్ గుడ్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ అనేది ఉంటాయి. సో స్టార్ట్ రికగ్నైజింగ్ దట్ గుడ్ ఆస్పెక్ట్స్ ఈవెన్ దట్ బ్యాడ్ సిచ్యువేషన్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ఏరియాస్ వేర్ యూ కెన్ టేక్ ద స్క్రీన్ షాట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ సమరీ. ఈ కాల్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత యూ కెన్ డూ దట్ యాక్టివిటీ. Areas where you are not taking 100% responsibility. So whatever the area which you are struggling, you have written, right? So in that, right, what are the areas where you are not taking 100% responsibility? That is the reason you faced this situation. And third thing, list 3 things that you should have done but didn't. అదే ఆ ఇన్సిడెంట్ లో ఇలా జరిగింది, ఐ వుడ్ హావ్ డన్ దిస్ బెటర్ అని అనిపిస్తుంది కదా, అది ఏదైతే మీరు చేయలేకపోయారో దట్ యూ డూ ఇట్ నౌ. రాసుకోండి. ఓకే, సో నెక్స్ట్ రైట్ అవుట్ 3 things happened to you but you responded poorly. మనకి చాలా సార్లు వి రియలైజ్, అరే ఐ వుడ్ హావ్ రెస్పాండెడ్ దిస్ వే రాదర్ దన్ రియాక్టింగ్ అని చెప్పేసి అనుకుంటాం, రియలైజ్ అవుతాం. సో ఆ సిచ్యువేషన్ లో హౌ యూ వుడ్ హావ్ రెస్పాండెడ్ ఇన్ అ బెటర్ మేనర్. So start writing, start tracking at least one behavior in one area of your life. So already we are writing daily discipline, health, finances, relationships, and recognizing parenting part. Yesterday we had a wonderful podcast from Dr. Rachna and Harish. So itla konni areas తీసుకుని we may not implement A to Z. At least start pick up maybe A, maybe C, maybe Z. One area, so one point, and start implementing and working on that. So once you do this activity, so start discuss with your coach and take inputs from them. So how you can move forward from where you have stuck. So they will definitely able to help you this activity. Yeah. So that's it about my presentation. So you can share your takeaways or feedback, whatever it is. Yes, Sudha.
afternoon, everyone. So, many inputs, Lalita. That was really, impactful for us. So, the main takeaways are like the first thing you have asked us, the area where you are struggling. So, when you mentioned that, I wrote it as consistency. So, many things we would like to start at a time, but we could not able to continue all of them. So that is where actually we struggle hard with the consistency. But when we start to do certain changes, very small, they seems to be very little at the beginning, but when we do them right consistently, it will make a big difference. And we need not to blame on others for our failures. This is one takeaway for me. And we have to take 100% ownership for our life. Nobody, if at all we want to blame also, it will be out of our, concern. We could not able to change other people, so we need to think about ourselves, what better we can do. Then only we can able to overcome that challenge, whatever. And the other thing is about luck. So luck is a derivative of so many internal changes. It's not about something పేర్లోనో ఇంకొక దాంట్లోనో వచ్చేస్తుంది అని అనుకుంటుంటాము, బట్ ఇట్ ఇస్ ఎ కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ దట్ హార్డ్ వర్క్ అండ్ taking up that opportunities. All together we can able to create that luck within us. So there is no shortcuts. It's very clear. Only consistent efforts will able to take us to the right path. We need to be consistent. Maybe something we may not be able to show it to others at the day one itself, but when it gets implemented over a period of time, then definitely that accumulates to a big result. So consistency is the key, is what I take from your entire talk, Lalita. Thank you so much. And from my end, Sindhu will share.
Thank you so much. Wonderful presentation, Lalita garu. So బిఫోర్ చూసుకున్నట్లయితే లక్ అనేది అన్ఫార్చునేట్లీ వచ్చేస్తుంది. సో మనం ఏం వర్క్ చేయక్కర్లేదు, లేకపోతే మనం నేమ్ లోనో ఫేమ్ లోనో వచ్చేస్తుంది అనేది ఒక మిస్బిలీఫ్ లో ఉండేదని. సో ఇప్పుడు చూసుకున్నట్లయితే ఐ గాట్ ఏ క్లారిటీ అబౌట్ లక్ ఈస్ క్రియేటెడ్ బై ప్రిపరేషన్, యాక్షన్ ప్లాన్ అండ్ కన్సిస్టెంట్ వర్క్. సో ఐ వాంట్ టు ఇంప్లిమెంట్. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. అడుగు. Unmute.
Yeah, I think you can unmute yourself, right? Can you try now?
No, under.
ఎవరు అన్మ్యూట్ కాలేదు. అరుణ్ వినిపిస్తుందా?
ఎస్ సార్. ఇప్పుడు వినిపించట్లేదు సార్.
ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుంది కదా? ఓకే, ఎవరు మాట్లాడాలి?
హరీష్.
హరీష్, గో హెడ్.
Thanks, Lata. Very good presentation. Actually,